All right, guys, here we are back at the parkour for another serious announcement. This is not the video I wanted to make. Let me preface this entire video with that. So we delayed the launch of Rainy Day from June 15th to June 22nd, right? And we made that decision at a time where we didn't have any community feedback because we hadn't had a public beta. We ran the public beta, and along with a few other things, we're having to delay Rainy Day once more. This time for a little bit more than a week, but not much more. Our new launch date is going to be July 12th. And let me talk you guys through why we came to that decision. So I know you guys haven't heard from me a whole lot. You guys know I've had some things happen in my life. My father passed away, and I haven't been around as much as I wished that I would have been, especially during this, turbulent time and in the server community and then my YouTube community as well. So I apologize for that. But on the development side of things, a few things have happened, right? So our developer, Scout, is an absolutely incredible developer. This dude has been working for over a year, 10 to 12-hour days, and I'm serious. I'm not embellishing. I don't think he's taken more than 1 to 2 days off in this entire year. We've developed Rainy Day from the ground up, meaning every single plugin that is vital to the server is made by us. What that means is that in the future, we can make some really, really cool updates. But it also comes with some drawbacks, like taking a little bit longer, being very hard to estimate how long certain things will take. And I genuinely do believe him when he says that sometimes it is impossible to estimate how long something takes. Like, for example, we were making the island upgrade plugin, right? And we got to a point where, we needed to work on, limits, right? So redstone limits. There's a limit on how much redstone a user can have, right? And so let me just give you an example. This will kind of take you through the process. So we can count when a player puts redstone down. We can count, when they put redstone torches down, etc., etc. We can also count when they break those things, right? But what happens when, for example, you break the block below it? How do we count that? And so, yes, you could run a check on the entire island, but that would lag the server when you're running that check, every few seconds on every island on the server. So he came up with his own check that checked for adjacent block breaks, including redstone, and that took an entire day. That plugin was supposed to take maybe a half day and ended up taking 2 days. These are things that we have to do as we go. And unfortunately, that means that we can't hit deadlines. Now, the June 15th deadline, I made that deadline. I shared it way too early. I should have never done that. The team is not happy with me for that, and that's understandable, okay? Me, Scout, and Kath are all partners in Rainy Day. We all own it, and I really should have respected that more and maybe not shared the release date so early. We planned and we made that release date probably 6+ months ago, but if we weren't going to reach it, we would have changed it because nobody knew the release date. But then I started sharing it and that option evaporated. There was no chance that we could change the release date. So what happened from the 15th until now is that Scout got sick. Our developer, he got sick. Humans get sick. I mean, that's just something you can't prevent. We only have one developer, right? So if he gets sick, it means things are going to slow down a little bit, right? Like he's still working, but he's sick, you get tired, you got to sleep. Your body's fighting off an infection or whatever, so he got sick. In addition to that, it's just like icing on the cake. It sounds like I'm just making stuff up at this point, but it's honestly just like crazy, right? His internet failed. His internet hasn't failed in the last year, but his internet failed. And his ISP told him the estimated repair date was 4 to 7 days. What is that? 4 to 7 days to get the internet back? But apparently in the UK, there's this whole cabal. There's only 2 companies that run the internet, and then, the other smaller companies rent from them. So I don't know. And it's kind of like that in the US as well. But either way, he has a phone hotspot, right? So he can still use that, but it's really spotty. It doesn't work all the time, and it's really slow. And when you're developing for a server, you need to upload things to the server constantly to check them. And it's really hard when that takes a matter of 5 to 10 minutes per jar, when usually that would take less than 3 seconds. So that's also slowed things down. Another thing that slowed things down is, guys, we've been listening to you. We really have. I know I was a little argumentative in one of those threads. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I shouldn't have been that way. But we hear you guys. Things were a little bit too slow to start. And so we're going to go back and we're going to rework some things, right? This isn't a scripted video, but I do have some notes. So let me read through some of these notes. Like, yes, we need to work on balancing. We really do, because some things just are not balanced correctly and some things are too quick. We did run a private like alpha test, but that doesn't test things at scale. And we wanted to hear from more people. So I'm very happy that we did a beta. So some good news is that during the interim between now and July 12th, what we're going to do is we are going to have a little miniature season. And what that means is you guys can compete and you'll earn payouts. So the top solo and the top team islands will be earning cloud coins, just like they do in the normal seasons. So you guys can continue playing the beta until maybe a few days before. I don't know exactly when we're going to end it, but we'll tell you guys. We'll keep you updated. We're also going to be releasing tons of updates now in between then. You know, you guys will get to test features as they come out. You'll be hearing from Scout, our developer, a lot more as he kind of finishes up things. The reason you didn't see any patch notes this week is a lot of the stuff he was working on was like staff commands, like vanish, staff chat, and he's right now finishing up island chat, some things with IS permissions, just stuff like that. So he will post patch notes, but a lot of it is just stuff that doesn't involve you guys, because unless you're staff, it wouldn't matter. So we have a ton of stuff planned, right? And it was kind of like, you know, we can launch on June 15th and not have everything that we had planned done, or we can wait until the 22nd and get stuff done. But the 15th through the 22nd, he got sick and lost his internet. So it was a little tricky there. But I want to go through a few of the things we have planned, because I keep saying we have all this stuff and you guys are like, well, okay, what? You know, I could just be making it up, but I'm not. I promise. We have a lot of stuff planned. Stuff even planned for next season. But let's start with this season. What do we have planned? So let me read through this. So first of all, we have dungeons. We're not lying, man. We got dungeons. It is an absolutely, you know what? Here, I'm going to do this. Let me get to a dungeon and then I'll kind of explain a little bit about it. All right, guys, now kind of close your eyes and slowly open them here because it's going to be a little bit brighter. I know you've been watching me parkour, so I want to explain what dungeons is. You guys saw a lot of this in screenshots, right? You guys got to see some mazes and you're like, what is this? So this is our dungeons feature. What's going to happen here is you can either choose to be solo, or you can choose to be a team, or you can just random matchmake. You can play with your friends. You can do whatever. But it's going to be a system where you're in here, right? There's going to be mobs spawning. There's going to be loot spread around. You kill the mobs. Boom, boom, boom. You kill everything. You find all the loot. Obviously, there's more to it than that, but I didn't design this, right? So I'm kind of doing a bad job of explaining it. You'll get to fight your way through here. You can speed run it. You can take your time. Do whatever you want. You'll be taking your inventory from your island, right? So if you have stone tools, this may be a little bit tricky. Definitely if you have wood, don't come here. You'll probably die. You're not going to lose your stuff, but you're going to have your inventory. And you're going to fight your way through. And keep in mind, guys, this right here, let me see if I can go. Can I go into spectator? I disabled my chat. Hold on. Okay, so this whole section right here, this whole build right here is one of 9, okay? One of 9 of these. You heard that correctly. And they'll be unlocked through each environment. So this is the last in the Earth environment. I won't share. I mean, I'll give you a little zoom in. There's more though, right? So when you get to Underworld, there will be 3 more, and then 3 more when you get to the final environment. And at the end of each one of these is going to be a boss with awesome rewards. So what you get from doing this is things that are going to help you on your island dramatically. So you guys remember the feature we had on the old servers that was called D-Boss. This is basically a very, very, very extreme version of that. And it's different in so many ways, but it's going to give you things that help you on your island, okay? Specifically, you're going to be able to make potions that give you skill boosters, looting, fortune enhancers, cell boosters, and more. So I'm just reading the stuff over there that Kath typed up for me. She's our content designer, the one who's designed all this stuff. No, none of us on the team built this. We're not that good at building, but yeah, let's go back to the parkour. Let's talk about some more stuff, okay? Okay, so what else do we have planned? So a big feature on the server is going to be custom recipes and custom enchants. So custom recipes are going to be a lot, right? It's kind of hard to explain exactly what they are, but there's recipes that you unlock in almost every single meta that you're doing, and there's lots of them. Like, for example, let's say you're a big woodcutter and you start getting fruit. Okay, well, you're going to be able to juice that fruit. You're going to be able to age that fruit. You're going to be able to do a lot of things to make a lot more money with it. Then things like, obviously custom enchants. We're going to have something equivalent to multi-kill. I believe it's going to be called Slayer. And when it sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about, I've tried to stay back as much as I can from the details of the design so that I can also experience the server as a new player. But just by nature of owning the server, I've learned a lot of stuff and been there when a lot of stuff was decided. But if it ever seems like it kind of weird that I don't know everything, that's on purpose. I don't want to spoil everything for myself. But I have to know enough, obviously, to be able to tell you guys about it. So if it sounds like I'm explaining it poorly, it's probably because I am. You can always DM Kath and ask her questions. She is more than willing to answer them. You can DM Scout. You can DM me. I love to hear from my community. I do. And they love to hear from their community, too. So talk to them, guys. Please, please, please talk to them. So another feature is called Livestock, right? So Livestock, let me read exactly what she wrote. It's a feature unlocked through studies where players may raise and feed livestock animals that will provide buffs for the island when properly cared for. She said custom recipes will include items and recipes to help speed up gameplay, custom enchants, which will make grinding better, quicker, stuff like that. But yeah, okay. So what we're going to do during this month is we're going to keep taking your feedback. We're going to take the feedback you've already given us. I released a poll this morning and people said things were too slow. So we're going to change that. I mean, obviously we're making the server for you guys. We want to hear from you. Everything you say, we're taking into account. So we're going to make some balancing changes. We're going to change skill XP formula, rework study requirements, a bunch of stuff. We're also going to buff a few pet effects, maybe even make pet eggs more common. Not sure about that one, but I think we might need to because people are not getting very many pets. But I think there's boosters for stuff that you're going to get in other areas of the game that are just not done yet. So we do realistically need a month. And none of this would have happened if it wasn't for me. So please do blame it on me. Like, this is not Scout's fault. It's not Kath's fault. It genuinely is mainly my fault. I should never have shared the release date so early. I can't say that this is a thing I do too often, making an entire server from scratch. So I'm learning along with you guys, I guess. And I apologize if things seem like, it was not professional of me to share that so early. So I do apologize. But yeah, there's going to be a nice little mini season now until, July 10th, somewhere around there. We'll release July 12th at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. I figure, most people are out of school, out of college, whatever they're doing in July. So it'll still be a really big, really good release. And I'm very excited. And I cannot express that we're disappointed to have to do this. We don't want to do this, obviously. This is all of our jobs. This is all of our main sources of income. So everything, every factor we're saying, don't do this. But if we want to make it the best we can for the community, we have to swallow that pill, and we have to unfortunately delay it again. It was almost like, dude, we can't delay it again. We can't, the community is going to be very upset. And I'm sure you guys are going to be upset, but I hope you can learn to understand the reasons behind why we made these decisions. Oh, I ran out of breath. But please, talk to me. DM me. If you're disappointed, you need something, just DM me, please. You can make a ticket on Discord. We got an amazing staff team that'll help you. We're going to try to do a bunch of stuff in the interim to keep you guys excited. But having a nice little miniature season where you guys can compete, I think, will be a lot of fun. So, yeah, come play the beta. It's beta.rainyday.gg. We'll love to see you. If you want to wait for the full release on July 12th, we'll be here for that, obviously. There's no chance, by the way, that we delay it again. Someone had asked me how sure is June 22nd, and I said 99%, right? And then Scout got sick. So I don't know. Sometimes life just be like that. You can't do a whole lot against it. I remember I was building these parkours because I knew I was going to have to make an announcement video about Rainy Day, and I never thought that they'd get a second use. But now that I'm going through them again, I'm happy that I get to revisit them because these took a long time, to make. I also built the little private alpha test spawn, which I guess you guys didn't get to see, but this was where our closed alpha testers got to experience the spawn. I think the spawn we ended up making, or we ended up paying someone to make, is a little bit better than that. Just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we never want to release something unfinished, unpolished. That's one of the pillars of Rainy Day, right? I think in the past things were like that. Things were released super buggy, half finished, and we'll never do that. But part of that is sometimes things may get delayed, and I think that's the lesser of two evils there. I really do. Thank you guys if you stick around for the July 12th launch. If you're just sick of the delays and stuff, I'm very sorry to see you go. I hope we can win you back on July 12th when you get to see how incredible the server really is. Again, none of us are happy about this. Like, I mean, obviously, I don't know. Like, it's not like we had some big plan to, like, you know, get you guys super hyped and, you know, have people arrange plans and stuff. And, you know, this has messed up a lot of plans for a lot of people. So I am very, very sorry. But yeah, make sure you're in the Discord. First link in the description. Pretty much the only thing in the description. Make sure you're in there for updates, stuff like that. People ask me, you know, when is your Let's Play of Rainy Day coming out? So that'll be, you know, on the 12th of July. Like, so when the server launches, that same day, I'll be uploading episode 1 of my Let's Play. I'll stream the launch for like an hour and a half. I won't really be playing. I'll teleport around to people. Just check things out, make sure everything's running smoothly, talk with you guys, answer any questions, and after that, I'll get to recording, and I will make sure the first episode is out on that day. But yes, everything after the beta is going to be reset. People are asking me that too. Yeah, it's a beta, so any progress you make during the beta is going to be reset for the full launch on July 12th. We picked that date again with more than enough wiggle room. So I'm really excited. I'm just so excited to see and show you guys that we care and we listen to you guys and we're going to make an amazing server. And I can tell you that till you're blue in the face, but showing you that, that's a whole other story. So we're going to show you. I'll see you guys on July 12th. I'll actually talk to you so many more times before then. But for those of you who are just waiting, make sure you're in the Discord so you don't miss anything from me. All right. Thank you guys very much for listening to me. Again, I'm sorry. I'll talk to you later. All right, guys, let me add a few more things. I just thought of some stuff. I want to make sure I just include it in the video because some people don't like reading announcements, and that's fine. I'll try to release like video announcements. So you guys have seen, you know, like, you know, on the old servers, you could vote and earn gift cards. Well, you'll be able to vote on Rainy Day and you'll earn cloud coins. You can see those over on the scoreboard on the right. That is just the currency you'll be able to use to buy premium things. So you can earn that just by playing and voting. So you'll be able to earn, I don't remember the exact number, but it'll be equivalent to around $15 USD per month. And that's, again, just through gameplay and then also through voting for the server, which is gameplay too. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm missing anything else. Let me make sure. Let me read through some stuff. Just I want to get everything out on the table. Okay, well, the date for the first payout for Solo and Team Islands on the beta server will be Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I believe is 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then 2 p.m. Pacific. I don't remember exactly, but just convert it. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday is going to be the first payout. But yeah, when we say we're going to have to go back and rework things, it's a lot of work. Like, to go back and rework the formula for skills, there's tons of stuff that is kind of intertwined. And so if we want to get the core gameplay right, it means it's going to take, like, that alone is going to probably take a week, if not more. And so giving us a month is more than enough time to finish up all the little features. I mean, we were apprehensive to release the beta, just because, you know, not everything we wanted in the beta was there, and we don't want you guys to think that, like, we're just releasing some, you know, lazy server without a bunch of features. Like, we have so much stuff planned, but because of the level of, like, polish and completedness that we want to, I don't think that's a word, that we want to have, we need to take time on them, because we don't want to end up in a position where we have a spaghetti code server full of just bloat features. We want to make sure everything's connected, everything has a purpose, and more. So you guys wanted to know the names of the ranks. I feel like I could tell you the names of the ranks. That's another question I got. So we have the first rank here. We have the second rank here. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. You want to know the names? How about you guess them? I'm just kidding. I'll go warp to where it is. Hold on. All right. So the first rank, we have Cloud, and then we have Mist, and then we have Drizzle, Rain, Lightning, Hurricane, and Stormbringer. Those are the names of the ranks. Those are the icons. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. One of our admins, Amelia, made all these, and she did a very good job. She also made all the chat colors, which you guys will have to wait and see. But yeah, everything you get on the server, you'll access via like /buy or something. We'll figure out the name of the command. But let's get to July 12th before all that. So you'll have to wait till July 12th if you're planning on getting anything on the server, which I feel like it's right. You know, I don't want to sell things for a server that's not finished. So, yep. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.